The other thing I would add too, speaking of deposits, and sort of another issue where things can get a little hairy is you often, when you sign these agreements as a seller, you know, kind of think of it very simplistically that the deposit is held in escrow. If the buyer walks um, during their due diligence window, they can get it back. If they don't, it goes to the seller. But 9 times out of 10, even if the contract is very clearly stated that it goes to one party, you still end up fighting about the deposit if there is truly a
Well,
termination and the parties don't agree, because the escrow agent, usually a broker, can't really release it if there's a dispute about it.
right.
So a potential wrinkle in these types of transactions and what can kind of hold up a property, or one example of something that can hold up a property in a sale, is that a buyer does decide to walk and the seller doesn't feel that they're entitled to do so, and there's a dispute over who gets the deposit. Oftentimes that is resulting in mediation, you know, dispute resolution, maybe even court over who gets the deposit, which, while all of that is going on, means that the property is just sitting there.
Yep. Yeah, for sure. So sometimes when, um, let's say the buyer finds something and they want to renegotiate to cover the cost of the repairs, sellers kind of freak out because they don't have the funds to do the repairs themselves before closing, or the timeline, or whatever it is.
Hmm.
So one of the resolutions that I found to work most of the time is to agree to hold the seller proceeds in the cost of whatever the repairs are going to be. So let's say the repairs are $10,000 is what we have quoted. Great. We'll take the seller's proceeds